computer.
Okay, welcome everybody to the call. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to be with us tonight. Lots of things you could be doing, and you chose to be here, and that is very, very meaningful to us. And I want to introduce you to my friend Connie, if you've never met her. Connie, do you know that it's like in 1 month, it'll be 2 years since we met? And Connie graciously came to my home on behalf of a friend of hers and showed Dave and I the software. And there was no way on God's green earth shown that Dave and I had some pain issues going on in our bodies. But I guess we were getting towards the end, and she just said, "Hey, Dave, you got any pain in your body?" And he goes, "Well, not normally, but this week my foot is killing me." Greatest question ever, because it totally changed our lives. It was the beginning of everything you see now. So yeah, great results that night for both Dave and I. And the next day, he was just dumbfounded and wanted to have me explain what happened. I'm like, I don't know. Didn't know it could do that. So I said, let's keep learning. He goes, we know it works. Can we just get it? And there you go. We were off and running. But I didn't know I was going to build a business until I shared it with a few people who were completely excited about it and wanted to do so. And I'm like, hey, looks like I'm building a business. So we got real busy, Connie and I, because she said she had been waiting for somebody that was super serious, wanted to run with it. So we have created a great partnership, and I love you, Connie. Like, you've been the best mentor over the last 2 years. That together, what we've created is just a beautiful thing, and I'm really excited for everybody to hear your talk tonight.
Well, thank you for introducing me. I agree. It's been the last 2 years have been, we've been through a lot, haven't we?
Yes.
And I'm so grateful not only for your partnership, but also for your friendship. So thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. My joy.
So, as Wendy said, my name is Connie Rose, and I get to be the one that shares a brief history of some science and history of what is quantum frequency wellness. And then I'm going to share about a very special company with our software that is transforming really the face of the frequency wellness industry. And then finally, I'm going to share a little bit about how you can be part of this movement too, if that touch moves and inspires you. So hold on to your hats. We got some fun things coming your way. So frequency wellness is the cutting edge of healing modalities on the planet. We are using frequency wellness to support the health of our entire, you're going to hear me call it different things, our biosphere, our frequency blueprint. It is our body. It is our heart. It is our mental body, our mind, and our soul. So energy healing is actually one of the oldest practices in the world today. So since 4000 BC, healers have understood that our health greatly depends on the quality of energy that flows through and makes up our body. So here we're going to see from a Nobel Prize winner, Dr. Albert St. Georgie says, in every culture and every medical tradition before ours, healing was accomplished by moving energy. So science has actually verified this through years and years of research and discoveries. So back in 1918, Max Planck introduced a concept known as quantum theory. So he is known as he actually won a Nobel Prize in physics, and he is the father of quantum theory. So when studying atoms, he found that matter really isn't solid. It's actually made up of a force that makes tiny particles and atoms vibrates, and that force holds them together kind of like a tiny solar system. So in 1921, Albert Einstein was then awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics for his vital role in the development of quantum physics, the study of the smallest unit of energy. So most people did not believe his conclusion that energy is all there is until about a decade later. So this is one of my favorite Einstein quotes. Everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality that you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy. This is physics. So then in 19, oh, sorry, the next one is American innovator Nikola Tesla, who is a pioneer in electrical technology, said if you could eliminate certain outside frequencies that interfered in our bodies, we would have greater resistance towards disease. So here we have Tesla many years later, after many discoveries and inventions under his belt, letting us know if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So there's a lot of different devices that generate frequencies. So a very common one that you might have heard of is called the Rife machine. It was created by Dr. Royal Rife in 1920. Dr. Rife found that every disease has a specific frequency. He also found out that certain frequencies can actually prevent the development of disease, and other frequencies would destroy disease. Substances of higher frequency will destroy diseases of a lower frequency. So you could think of disease as what I like to call it dis-ease, as misinformation, disharmony. The body has received an error of information and has moved away from its current perfect blueprint. Dr. Rife successfully treated 1,000 patients diagnosed with incurable cancer in 1930s. And for that, he was honored with 14 awards and an honorary doctorate. So take note, Dr. Rife's impact was for correcting issues in an already diagnosed disease state. What if there was a way to correct or even prevent a physical diagnosis from even starting? Wouldn't you prefer to prevent anything from manifesting in the physical to begin with? So I just want you to stay tuned for more. A few years later, in 1939, Simeon Kirlian, a Russian electrical technician, discovered what is now known as Kirlian photography. He used pulsed high voltage frequencies to take pictures of the radiating energy fields that surround all living things. Everything found in, on, under, and above the universe has its own unique energy vibration. In the 1940s, Dr. Harold Saxon Burr, who was a medical researcher at Yale, determined that pathology could be detected in the energy field of a body long before symptoms even began to emerge. We now know that the body is 40 to 60% involved in the disease when a symptom starts to occur in the physical body. Dr. Burr proposed that diseases could be prevented by adjusting or manipulating the energy field of the person. So you're going to want to stay around with me because this is exactly what we do with our frequency wellness software. The results of a 1940 study done by an Oxford biophysicist, C.W.F. McClare, found that energy signals are 100 times more efficient and infinitely faster than physical chemical signaling. So now you're maybe start seeing the power of these frequencies, right? In 1956, Japanese scientists did groundbreaking research that proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that we are both electric and magnetic. There are electric and magnetic forces in our body. By exposing the body to pulsing electromagnetic fields, they created electrical changes on a cellular level and actually altered cell metabolism. Scientific studies have confirmed that the human body is controlled and regulated by a quantum energy field. We are electromagnetic beings with frequency patterns throughout our entire energy field. This field has resonance reactions and self-correcting capacities. Each cell in the body operates at a certain vibrational frequency. Together, these frequencies form an energy pattern unique to each individual, which I call your frequency blueprint. Sometimes you might hear me call it your biosphere. Now, in scripture, it says that we're made in his image. However, you know what? No one was ever able to tell me exactly what that meant. Like, specifically, what does that mean? Now, science has identified what the perfect frequency is for each part of our frequency blueprint. So I like to call that perfect energy field blueprint our divine frequency blueprint because we are made in his image, which is perfection. Think of your frequency blueprint as your personal distinct thumbprint or address. In the universe, every human thought, emotion, and action has certain vibrational energy patterns. Viruses, bacteria, fungi, parasites, diseases, etc., all have resonant energy patterns. Our cells network together to keep our body in harmony. Stress produces erratic vibrations that lead to disharmony, followed by injury or disease. The body's first indication that all is not well is vibration or electromagnetic signals. In 1964, SQUID, a superconducting quantum interference device, was invented by scientists at Ford Research Labs. Using this device, scientists learned that all of the tissues and organs of the body produce specific magnetic vibrations and biomagnetic fields. It has been determined that the biomagnetic field in the space around the body gives a more accurate reading of the patient's health than traditional electric measurements like the EEGs and the EKGs. Western medicine acknowledges and accepts the existence of this electromagnetic field without reservation. But for many years, it has only measured the electrical component of it. The EKG, which measures the electrical impulses of the heart, was first used back in 1895. And the EEG, which measures the electrical activity of the brain, was first used in 1924. So since 1913, what is now termed the traditional Western medical approach to medicine changed when the focus shifted to the external cause of the disease, dramatic intervention, and symptom suppression. Also, the development of the pharmaceutical industry has greatly influenced the shift of Western medicine paradigm from treating the root cause of disease and disorders and viewing the body from a holistic perspective to a strong focus on only medicating symptoms. And even though Americans make up only 5% of the world's population, we consume 65% of the world's pharmaceutical drugs. We take in more drugs than the whole world combined. Big Pharma actually spends 19 times more on advertising than on research. Just let that sink in for a minute. With this influence in what has become a multi-billion-dollar industry, the true traditional approach to healing became alternative, and more natural modalities of healing, such as biofeedback, were unfairly portrayed as unscientific, new age, and filled with charlatans. It's just not the truth. So today, mainstream science and Western medicine once again are beginning to acknowledge the existence of the energy meridians used by ancient Chinese medical doctors for thousands of years. Scientific research continues to confirm that we are beings of energy. As technology continues to advance, they're actually picking it up now. Scientists and doctors are realizing the importance of keeping the body in a state of balance, which we call homeostasis. This latest scientific and medical research proves how healthy you are is directly related to how balanced your energy field is. So the role of frequency wellness today. So frequency wellness software uses non-invasive technology to scan and then harmonize the body's energy. Applications include stress reduction, disease prevention, and health optimization, as well as neural growth. Frequency wellness technology, which scans and harmonizes energy imbalances, has evolved into a widely recognized practice with applications in medical and therapeutic settings, promoting health and well-being by adjusting energy patterns. Bruce Lipton is a cell biologist who wrote a book called Biology of Belief. It's a great book. I highly recommend it. He is considered the father of epigenetics. When asked by a sound vibration practitioner how effective he believes frequency is, he responded, "Frequency intervention on a cell is 100 times more effective than chemical intervention. And here's why. When you take a pill, your body has to process it. Medicine is a frequency also because everything is a frequency. So you have to exert all this energy to process this thing as it gets converted inside the body, digested, then synthesized by the liver, and then it has to be excreted. So time-wise and effectiveness-wise, it is not a very efficient process. Plus, you get side effects from medication. With frequency, it is instantaneous receipt of the frequency as it hits the vagus nerve in your ear and travels directly to the brain. It can go to work without anything getting in the way. The AO scan by Solex is the latest in biofeedback technology. It detects thousands of energetic aberrations, which means a state or condition markedly different than the norm. The difference between the AO scan technology and other biofeedback devices is that most only measure resistance, offering one-way assessments. The AO scan technology evaluates, then optimizes the entire energy body. It has been designed to identify and relieve stress patterns, which are the underlying cause of disease and disorders. The AO scan technology facilitates healing through energetic intervention using biofeedback and bioresonance to stimulate the body's own healing mechanisms. The AO scan technology relies on 40 plus years of research conducted in the field of bioenergetics and bioresonance. Now, let me put this in layman's terms and show you exactly what I just said. At the very core of what the AO scan software does is first, it reads your frequency blueprint. Then it compares it to what I call the divine blueprint, you know, that blueprint of perfect frequencies. Then it knows to send exactly the custom frequencies just for you to pull your frequency blueprint back into resonance with the divine blueprint. Now, as awesome as this software is, the real miracle is the body. God designed the body to return to health when we're in resonance with his divine blueprint. So this wraps up part one. I just wanted to share the first part to show you that our technology is solidly built on the law of physics. Now we're going to go into part two, and I'm going to guide you through the 9 modules in our frequency wellness software. So I'm sure you're curious about what this software can do for you and your loved ones. So let's dive in. So first, let me tell you a little bit about this very special company, Solex. So here we have Lauren in the top right corner. We have Lauren Swinson, who is our CEO and founder. Kai Larson, who is our president. He's on the other side of Shelby. Shelby's in the middle. Shelby Larson, which is Kai's actually his wife. She is our VP of field development. This company is founded on integrity and quality. We actually even have a chemistry-based lab that we are continually comparing our frequency results to our chemistry results so that everything stays in integrity. It is a global opportunity. Anywhere in the world where you can get the internet, you can run the software. So let me tell you a little bit about Lauren. Lauren has such a huge heart for service. So Lauren and his wife adopted a little boy back in, I think it was 1982, with cerebral palsy. And he literally traveled the world because, 1982, that's before the internet, right? So the medical world had no solution for cerebral palsy. So they literally packed up their bags and traveled around the world in search of ways to improve his quality of life. So that's when Lauren began his journey with frequency-based solutions. So in 1988, he had gathered enough knowledge and technology that he created the theta chamber. That was back in 1988. That is actually what helped reverse his son's symptoms of cerebral palsy. Then in 2008, Lauren discovered a digital body scan at a trade show in China. He bought the rights to it and then brought it to the United States. That technology led to the first AO scan in 2012, which was initially designed for patient visits. And that was up to a $38,000 device. And it was a separate device, not hooked up to the internet. Then with the advent of technology was advancing so quickly, Lauren decided that he thought it could be available if it was rewritten onto a Windows platform. And so he hired some brilliant software engineers and created the mobile version of the AO scan. His goal is to have it be in every family's household. So our AO scan technology is the first and only frequency wellness app. It optimizes the body. It balances your emotions. It also reprograms the mind. So not only can you live longer, you could actually live younger longer for less than $5 a day. It is an educational tool that helps you learn about your body's performance and at the same time allows the correction of imbalances. We call that optimizing. The AO scan technology is based on the works of scientists from around the world, such as some of the ones we talked about: Nikola Tesla, Albert Einstein, Marie Curie, Raymond Rife, and many others, who are united by their belief that everything at its most fundamental at its most fundamental level is energy. Our software has been certified by the International Theta Advisory Council. So, what can the AO scan do for you? It is literally the ultimate preventative health device, balancing your entire biofield. Because here's the deal: dis-ease will show up in the biofield, the unseen biofield of the spiritual, mental, emotional body before it gets to the physical body. And then when this ease leaves the body, it goes from the physical back into your field, the emotional, mental, and spiritual body. What our software does is it balances the biofield, not just the physical body, so that dis-ease, any kind of health thing that's coming in, can be balanced before it gets to the physical body. So it is the ultimate preventative health device. It will instantly email reports to the user. We conduct scans in person, over the phone, or Zoom. We have a team that is international. I do a lot of work over Zoom. You can have unlimited user profiles. So anybody in your family, friends, neighbors, whoever you want to scan, you can put into your user software. And there's no limit on how many people you can use the software with. It is safe and non-invasive. And like I said, $5 a day, very affordable and comprehensive. What else can you get for $5 a day to help keep your entire family healthy? So what can the AO scan address? So here's the thing. We have over 171,000 frequencies in our software. So it looks at things like blood biology, food sensitivities, body systems, toxicities, your organs, chakras, meridians. If there's viruses in the body, what about your hormones? It actually also has a whole place where you could do a chemistry panel, minerals, and more. It identifies what's going on, then it optimizes and harmonizes the whole entire biofield. So currently, I say currently because when I first got started, I was lucky enough to be a beta test user back in 2020. And back in 2020, my dear friend Julie Brandt called me, and my 18-year-old son, had recently had a massive heart attack and went to heaven. And I was not doing well, as you could probably imagine. I was actually in a wheelchair. My lower back and both of my knees, like, they just stopped working. I was in so much pain. And it makes sense because your knees, what do your knees do? They move you forward. I did not want to move forward. And so she told me about this software. I was blessed to be able to be a beta tester. Actually, I paid more for the software back then as a beta tester as we do now. And we only had a few modules. So since I've been with the company for over 4 years, 4.5 years actually, they've expanded the software. They continue to expand the software. We just got new upgrades just not even a few weeks ago. And so we have 9 modules currently. And I'm going to go through each one next. So quick scan technology performs morning, midday, and evening scans. As part of the scan process, supplements and therapies can also be uploaded and utilized in your morning, midday, and evening routine. In addition, you can perform a custom scan and a pet scan. And I don't mean pet like the medical pet scans. I mean pets, like your fur babies. The quick scan process uses a sound harmonizing technique that generates an audio frequency. The results provide a frequency recording that balances your current emotional state, as well as color suggestions and musical tones to assist in creating that homeostatic state. The color suggestions indicate which shade of light wave optical glasses would best improve your emotional state in that moment. Quick Scan also has energetic frequencies for clearing and shielding your state of balance and energy, as well as EMF shielding. Clearing allows you to eliminate negative vibrations from your surroundings. Shielding protects you from any negative vibrations or energies. In addition, QuickScan conducts 3-minute boost sessions to optimize your energetic state for various categories, including supercharger, focus, relax, grounding, and neuroaerobics. The morning, midday, and evening scans and the additional scan features offered are designed to be performed every day. So you could use that every single day. I do that every morning. Our easy scan is the most convenient and simplest way to perform 3 of our most popular scans: inner voice, vitals, and comprehensive, along with the associated optimizations. That's where the magic happens. Remember, I told you it'll scan your biofield, but then what it does, it just doesn't give you data. It actually compares your biofield with that divine blueprint and then sends those custom frequencies to you to optimize your biofield to be back into alignment. So that's where the magic happens. So the inner voice technology uses a sound harmonizing technique that generates balancing audio frequencies derived from the voice spectrum to diminish frequencies that are in excess, and it will supplement frequencies that we lack. The vital scan module is a concise snapshot of blueprint frequencies being produced by the blood, organs, and systems of the body. The comprehensive scan technology performs a detailed scan of the frequencies from over 130 organs, cells, bones, and chromosomes. The easy scan will also automatically perform that associated optimization for the vitals in the comprehensive scan. So again, optimization is essential because it will pick up anything that's out of range and will generate canceling frequencies to help your whole biofield achieve a state of complete balance or homeostasis. The easy scan report contains your inner voice, vitals, and comprehensive scan results all in one place. I do that every morning also, and every night, by the way. So let me dig deeper into inner voice. So do you think you could beat a lie detector test? Well, think again. Your voice will always tell the truth, whether you want it to or not. So did you know that your thoughts and emotions are imprinted on your vocal cords? No amount of masking your voice can change that fact. Our inner voice scan is derived from the same technology as a lie detector test, and it analyzes over 24,000 different frequencies. The inner voice program helps harmonize your emotional state by improving moods, concentration, creativity, and even emotional intelligence. Many often report sleeping better, as well as a decrease in stress and even a decrease in pain. This program records a 10-second snippet of your voice to isolate and analyze the imbalances in your emotional state that present themselves through your vocal cords. The inner voice report will display 3 notes or octaves that are excessively out of balance. That is what the conscious mind is dealing with, as well as the main octave that is being suppressed. That's what the unconscious mind is dealing with. And then 5 MP3 files will be generated and can be emailed to you. So 3 audios address the conscious mind, 1 audio addresses the unconscious mind, and then that 5th audio combines all 4. These therapeutic songs, called balancing harmonics, will then play. These tones are unique to your specific energetic needs. These music files incorporate radionics, binaural beats, and other frequencies to support the balance of your emotional and mental well-being. It's best to listen to these tones first thing in the morning, right before you go to bed, and throughout the day when you need a pick-me-up or you just want to get back into emotional balance. I'll tell you, this is the main program that we had during our beta testing, and this is really what I credit getting to back into emotional balance after the devastating grief of losing my only child. And this is the software that helped me go from a wheelchair to a walker to a cane. And I've been working out at BioFit, which is where I met Wendy. I've been working out there for the last, since 2021. So it's been really good. Or 20, I guess, yeah, I started in 2021. Yeah. I've been back to walking for a while. It's good. Never going to go back. The vital scan analyzes the energetic state of your blood biology to identify which areas are out of balance, and then sends optimizing frequencies to reset the oscillation of the areas needing help. The information obtained from this scan includes reports of before and after the optimization of areas like heavy metals, mold, human toxicities, food and environmental sensitivities, nutritional analysis of the macro and micro minerals and vitamins, bacteria, viruses, fungi, parasites, a full CBC panel, hormone panel, chakras, meridians, gastrointestinal functions, immune functions, detoxification panels, cardiovascular and cerebrovascular areas, and more. This module of the AOScan technology performs a complete scan of over 800 blueprint frequencies associated with each bodily function, and then performs an analysis in about a minute. This specific scan is a concise snapshot of the blueprint frequencies in relationship to the frequencies being produced by the blood, organs, glands, and systems of the body. Pretty amazing. Next, we have the comprehensive scan. I call it, this is like the hardware of the body. It performs a detailed scan of over 130 organs, cells, bones, and chromosomes in your body. This comprehensive scan provides a graphical report that displays variances from homeostasis ranging from 1 to 9. Now, if you have 1 to 9, 5's in the middle. 5 represents balance. Numbers 1 to 4, which are under 5, right? They represent the underactive or hypofunctioning frequencies that are chronic, meaning that they've been out of balance for a while. Again, number 5 represents the optimal stage, and then numbers 6 through 9 represent overactive or hyperfunctioning frequencies that are acute or more recent. This is also where inflammation shows up. Frequency optimization will pick up anything that's out of range and then generate the canceling frequencies that will help you balance your organs or systems to achieve that state of complete balance or homeostasis. This mode of technology offers a comprehensive library of information that is constantly being upgraded on a regular basis. Next, we have multi-scan. We just got this in September. This is a very exciting part of our software. We can now scan and optimize a group of up to 16 people all at the same time. This is a major time saver. First, it runs the vital scan and then optimizes each person individually, but at the same time. Then it runs the comprehensive scan based on what shows up in the vitals, and then it optimizes it. It's totally custom for each person, and you can even email the report separately. And they told us that pets are coming soon. So you could have a group of up to 16 people, but you are allowed to have unlimited groups. So it's not just limited to 16 total, it's just 16 per group. Next, we have the body system scan. The body system scan performs a complete and thorough scan of hundreds of blueprint frequencies associated with the 13 body systems, plus a hormone panel and a chemistry panel. It also performs an optimizing analysis in each area. This scan complements the results provided in the vitals and comprehensive scans to specifically highlight body systems that need support. The scan generates a 29-page report that includes specific analysis of each body system. The systems included are urinary, chromosomes, human cells and mitochondria, circulation, connective tissue, digestion, endocrine, lymphatic, musculoskeletal, nervous, respiratory, sensory nervous, integumentary, hormone, and chemistry. So you could run those all at once, or if you just have one area that you want support with, you could just pick the one area that you want. Our Cephi stands for Subtle Energy Frequency Imprinter. It is one of our shining stars. It's the other part of the software. I had a very modified version of this during the beta testing. It has greatly been expanded. So it is the technology that's designed to capture, amplify, and imprint frequencies that can either be broadcast to an individual anywhere in the world, or the frequencies can be imprinted into an object. We can even scan multiple categories to see what your body needs at any given moment. We have a document with over, I think it's 52 pages now, listing frequencies in this category alone, including quantum reach, quantum affirmations, chakras, essential oils, quantum frequencies in the body, Bach and bush flower remedies that are, Bach and bush flower essences, homeopathic remedies, nosodes, cell salts, minerals, detox frequencies, and last but not least, we have Cepheid dots, which I call quantum acupuncture, because you can imprint the frequencies into this holographic sticker, place it on acupoint, and then the frequencies go into your energy body continuously. We can also create custom playlists with up to 15 frequencies in each playlist to address specific issues. And if that's not enough, we have an erase feature. This is the other feature that I used during my healing process, because it allows us to erase frequencies that are not supposed to be there. So one way that I use this feature is I erase my jewelry or my water before I imprint it with frequencies I want. Here's the other thing that we do. I also use it to erase pain from my body. Yep, that's what I said. I erase the frequency of pain from my body. As I said before, pain is a frequency. So guess what? It could be erased. We also have an imprint feature allowing us to scan the frequency of something and then imprint it into another substance, typically water, blank sugar, homeopathic pellets, or jewelry. I often tell people that the only limit to this technology is our imagination. Also in Cepheid, we have the ability to broadcast up to 5 custom playlists up to our group of, like, the multi cast. We had 16 people. So this is another huge time saver. Last but not least, we have MindSync. So I also am a NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, master coach and trainer. So I've been trained in the science and art of the unconscious mind and reprogramming those beliefs. Then back in, I think it was 2023, Solex came out with this part of the software. This blows my mind. It is like the ultimate biohack to reprogram your unconscious beliefs. So MindSync is an affirmation programming tool that delivers your own custom affirmation in your own voice through binaural engineering. It is the ultimate biohack to quickly reprogram the unconscious mind. Paired with inner voice, it activates brain-heart coherence, which is one of the most powerful states you can be in. So just imagine what your life will look like when you eliminate those limiting beliefs and replace them with the beliefs that will serve your current goals. Very, very powerful. My clients get amazing results with this. So do I. It's amazing. Okay. Wendy. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was a different slide. So if you want more information about the different parts of the software that we just talked about, we have an amazing blog, and that is found at solexglobal.com. So in addition to offering our incredible quantum frequency comprehensive software, Solex now has introduced high frequency food to support your wellness journey. So Solex, here's the deal, will only bring products into the market that are a major improvement over what's currently offered in the marketplace, and they will price them more affordably as well. So what exactly is a high frequency food? It's food that has a living frequency of over 500 hertz. Every Solex high frequency product is electrically charged, enabling higher vibrational energy. It's raw, alive, and active whole food, harvested fresh, and sourced from the best places on earth. A high frequency food keeps the body in harmony. So we're going to talk about our AO core in our bundle. So first is our AO Youth. It's one of my favorite products that they have. So there are 3 major causes of aging. So you might have heard of AGES, which stands for Advanced Glycation End Products. As we age, they increase, and that damages cells. There's also NAD+, which is nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, which is a critical metabolite that generates energy. Now that declines as we age. And then collagen, which protects our organs and cells, that also declines. So this AO Youth is the first and only clinically designed liquid nano age-defying complex with 28 collagen peptides. That's all of them. I thought there was only 6. There's actually 28 types of collagen. They're all in there. Plus, there's electrolytes, And there's a health span fusion complex, and all of the essential branch chain amino acids. So that will decrease those ages. It'll boost NAD plus production, and it will also increase collagen production throughout your entire body for a longer health span. And it was awarded the Master Chef's Best Tasting Award. It is delicious. Next, we have AO Biome, which is a human biome high frequency food. So, did you know that we have 6 major biomes that make up the total human biome? Well, I knew about the digestive biome. I did not know we had 6. So, we have digestive, urobiome, respiratory, skin, ocular, and reproductive. So, our understanding of the link between the human biome and disease, including cardiometabolic function, inflammatory bowel, joint health, and mental health, is rapidly expanding. Microbiome diversity is linked to healthy aging and increased longevity. Solex has a high frequency, diverse microbiome formula targeting the whole human biome to help you protect your body and those you love. AO Biome is the first and only clinically designed product with prebiotics, probiotics, and postbiotics, as well as healthy fungi and those bacteriophages, which are the healthy viruses that help restore microbial diversity and balance for optimal microbiome health and metabolic wellness. Next, we have Aozyme, which is an enzymatic solution high frequency food. So, did you know that as we age, we lose the ability to produce enzymes that break down foods? And our busy lifestyle leads to the growth of unhealthy bacteria. The result is our metabolism struggles to convert food into energy, making it difficult to stay young and lean. So, our Aozyme product is the first and only clinically designed high frequency product with a right cocktail of enzymes, bile extract, and cofactors that help break down proteins, carbohydrates, and fats, and other difficult to digest foods which accelerate metabolic function. It supports healthy digestion and metabolism, decreases digestive issues, supports that very important gut barrier integrity, and improves skin health, respiratory and immune systems, and a healthy inflammatory response. And as a secondary benefit, it supports with wound healing, inflammatory responses, joint pain, and scar tissue. Last but not least, we have our AO gut, which is our heart, digestive, and immunity high frequency food. So, did you know that 1 in 3, that's a pretty high number, 1 in 3 adults have cardiometabolic syndrome, significantly increasing the risk of heart disease, stroke, diabetes, imbalanced cortisol levels, blood pressure, cholesterol, blood sugar, and other health issues, including adrenal fatigue. Less than 10% of the population get 5 fruits and vegetables daily. This is a $252 billion problem. AO Gut is the first and only high frequency, clinically developed product formulated with cardiometabolic support, cortisol balancing actives, digestive health, and immune boosting nutrients. It provides 5 to 7 servings of veggies for total metabolic wellness. This was also awarded the Master Chef Best Tasting Award. It is delicious. So we have studies that show that this program has unmatched metabolic success with an average of 10.8 pounds lost in the first month compared to other programs on the market. We also have a new division, Quantum Tools by Solex. So last year, Solex responded to the demand in the market for higher quality quantum frequency tools and introduced our Infinity line of products. So we have red light therapy with the Illuminator in the 660 band. We have the Infinity PEMF mat, as well as our Infinity terahertz wand. We have the Infinity radio frequency foot detox and the Infinity rain negative ion generator. So if you're interested in more of that information, you can also check out our blog on that or get back with the person that introduced you to this webinar. So this is very exciting to me. This recently, about 6 months ago, Solex had its biggest announcement in Solex history yet. So do you remember when I talked to you about in 1988 we had the theta chamber, and this is the technology. This is a like an $80,000 device, and it is what reversed Lauren's son Michael's cerebral palsy. So remember how we talked about in 2012 we had the AO scan and it was $38,000, and Lauren was able to reconfigure it to be online. So it went from $38,000 to $149 a month. Well, he was thinking, well, if we could do that with the AO scan, I wonder if we could do that with the theta chamber. And guess what? He did it. So he took this big device. Now it rotated. So we have everything that the theta chamber has, except we don't rotate. So instead of taking 3 weeks, it takes a little longer to reprogram the brain. Now we have the Infinity Hub. It is a mind engagement system. It is cutting edge. It's designed to enhance mental clarity, focus, overall wellness through advanced brainwave technology. Literally leveraging decades of scientific research, it offers a comprehensive approach to cognitive and emotional health. So, how does that work? It targets critical brainwave states for optimal mental rejuvenation. So, it'll put your brain into theta, alpha, beta, or gamma, depending on what your goals are. Theta is where we repair, restore, heal our bodies as a deep relaxation and brain repair. It's also where our brains go to dream and manifest things. Then we could go, if maybe you want to be an alpha for increased mental clarity and creativity, or maybe you need to be in beta more, which is cognitive activity and problem solving. And then there's gamma. Like we go into gamma like fractions of seconds. It is for hyper focused, advanced processing, super learning, really. Now, how does this work? We have different inputs into our brain. So we have full spectrum white light goggles. That is one input into the brain because it literally rewires the neurology of the brain. So I'm going to say that again. It literally rewires the brain. It takes neural pathways that are ineffective and trims those go away and creates effective neural pathways to give you the desired results. It also has differentiated audio stimulation. So there's headphones with the binaural beats. It balances the brain. Then there's cranial frequency stimulators. There are little clips that go into the ears. It targets brainwave guidance. And it says modular compatibility. So there's future ready ports. And we recently got some new products. I don't even have them on the slides yet. So this is the basic hub. It has enhancements. We have lasers that go along, medical grade lasers. We also have TENS units that go with this. And then the newest thing is the RTMS, which is it's a whole other slide that I need to create here. So let me just talk about the basic hub that can rewire your brain. So over here on the right-hand side of the slides, it addresses all dependencies. When I say all, it's all. It's things that are chemical in nature as well as behavioral in nature. And what I will tell you is cocaine is the wiring in the brain for cocaine addiction is the same exact pathway as sugar addiction. Carbohydrate addiction is the same exact pathway as heroin addiction. So I will tell you, I use this technology to eliminate my sugar habit. And I can't even believe what happened. So literally, I started at the end of September when this came out. And 12 weeks later, I no longer have had sugar. Like I have not had sugar. And during that time was the holidays, did not have sugar. Valentine's Day, no sugar. My birthday was in March, no sugar. A few of us that are on here tonight earned the company cruise, no sugar. I lost weight on the cruise, which does not happen. I've had some emotional situations I've got to deal with, no sugar or carbs. And so like I've been tested in the last several months to see like if there was a time for me to be eating sugar and carbs, it would have been since November. And it hasn't happened. I'm 53 years old. I have been struggling with my weight up until this technology came along. I've released over 110 pounds using this for the frequencies. And then since being released of my sugar addiction, I released another 30 pounds. So I'm so grateful just for this one part. Then we also address physical issues. Now, do you know anybody that might benefit from memory enhancement, focus, concentration? Do you know somebody with sleep issues, fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue? And it actually addresses all autoimmune diseases, chronic pain, because pain is a frequency and a brain pattern, headaches, migraines, sinuses, weight control. So you could partner the sugar and carb addiction with the weight control program, hormone balance. This is a big one. Autism. These are all life-changing concerns. Parkinson's disease, muscular dystrophy, multiple sclerosis. And then in the emotional realm, anxiety. Like, I don't know anybody that hasn't talked to me about anxiety since 2020. Depression. There's 3 different programs for depression because they all present differently in the brain neurologically. One for moods, one for circumstances, and one for drugs, like side effects. ADD, ADHD. What about stress? You know anybody that would like rewire their brain so that they could reduce their stress? What about anger or fear, euphoria, sexual dysfunction in men and women, as well as bipolar, OCD, PTSD? These are all issues that the current medical model has no solution for. And between the frequencies that we have and the rewiring of the brain, we now can address all of these things. To me, this technology is a gift to humanity. It is truly a miracle. Wendy created this amazing group on Telegram. So if you'd like to read more testimonials, you can go to Telegram, and the address is t.me/AOScan testimonies. You'll be able to read about some really incredible results that our team is getting with clients and family members. So the future of medicine will be the medicine of frequencies. I am very, very clear about this. Albert Einstein said it. So I would say, he knows a thing or two. So we have a special gift. If you have not received a complimentary inner voice session, please contact the person who invited you to this presentation, and they will set that up with you. It is our gift to you for attending. This is the technology that will balance the emotional body. It is this part is also life-changing. So what would your investment be? So you could be a preferred customer, and it's $149 a month, month to month, no contract. Or you could be like me and Wendy and a couple other people here online, and you could be a QLA. What does QLA stand for? Quantum Living Advocate. It's also $149 a month with no contract. However, it also has an annual business fee of $49, which to me is like crazy that you get access to tax benefits for an annual fee of $49. We have our loyalty program, which allows a 30% discount on an item after the first 3 months, and then it's every 3 months after that. You can do unlimited scans with our software, unlimited client profiles, unlimited Cephii playlists. Like I said, it is only limited by your imagination. So we are the first and only personal wellness app that reprograms the mind, balances the emotions, optimizes the body, so you could live younger, longer, less than $5 a day. I don't know of anything else more valuable than that. So I want to talk to you about, why do you think our scanning technology is worth more than $149 a month? When I was a beta tester, I actually paid $199 a month. They lowered it when the company launched in January of 2021, and they made a promise to us that they're going to continually expand it. And they made a promise to us that it's never going to be more than $149 a month. So in addition to all these wellness benefits that we talked about, do you know that you will have an income generator in your hands? Because you will save money on supplements. If you're taking supplements right now with the scanner, you can scan your body and actually see if you actually need them every day. I was spending, our household was spending about $600 a month on supplements. It immediately dropped by over $250 in the first month alone on the supplements that we didn't have to take anymore, because our bodies didn't need it. We're conditioned like you're supposed to take medicine every day, you're supposed to take the supplements every day. That's not true. Your body doesn't always need it. There's also tax benefits when you become a QLA, that $49 annual fee. I'm not a CPA, but I'm going to tell you, I think every person needs to unlock the tax benefits that are available by our government currently. It is also an additional revenue stream. I see clients and they pay me to run the scans on them. So whether I decide to share it with anybody else, I can still share it with people that will pay me for my time and my knowledge to do the scans with them. You can also build a Solex team. That is passive residual income for life. It is my favorite type of income to build is passive residual income, and it is my main source of income now. I love my life. With the Mind Sync software, it'll actually shift your limiting beliefs around income and abundance so that you can actually have an abundance mindset that will unlock way more than $149 a month. And here's the deal: change your frequency, change your life. So that ends part 2. So if you're interested in learning how you could be part of Solex to use this technology for yourself and your loved ones, and maybe even earn for sharing this with others, we're going to go over part 3. It's a pretty short section. So when opportunity knocks, you know that being in the right place at the right time means everything. So I don't know about you, but I missed out on all of these growth opportunities. No one called me when Walmart was going public, or Starbucks, or Zoom, or Microsoft, or any of these other companies. I missed out on the boom for these companies. However, what if you could get a second chance to be in the right place at the right time? Well, guess what? Now you can. So we are the first to market this opportunity. That is called a blue ocean strategy. Listen to me. No one else has what we have. We are disrupting one of the world's biggest industries, which is the healthcare industry. We have had over 124% growth over the past 3 years. We've had 41% annual growth over the past 2 years. That is unheard of, because the industry growth, let me go back here, is 6.4%. 6.4% is the industry annual growth. We're at 41% over the last 2 years. So those are some things to think about. So what if when you're going to decide to go invest in a business, what do you want to look at? Well, there's actually 6 pillars of what a sustainable business for the future, what it would contain. It has to do with you. Like, what are you interested in? Is health and wellness something that you are interested in personally? What about the industry? Is this industry something that is, a substantial industry? I would say yes, the healthcare industry is pretty substantial. What about the company? I just told you about their growth and that we're the only ones that have what we have. Same thing with services and products. We have this incredible technology. And then like I said, the other products that we have, our company will only bring those to market if no one else has them, if we can do it better, and we can do it more affordable. Like, that's the trifecta. Does it have a reward program? Does it reward you for being part of it? I'm going to talk about the compensation in a minute. And I already told you about our loyalty program. So we have rewards. And what about training? So yes, the company offers Solex University. The first level basic training is free. And then there's additional levels if you want to unlock future other parts of the software. You are also part of this team. So my background is I'm a trainer. Like I said before, I have a master's degree in education. I love to teach. We have created an entire platform. It is like the franchise for this business. There is so much training and development we have, and it's at your fingertips at your own pace. So I just want you to look at the pillars of what you want to, if you're going to invest in a business, what do you want to look at? What are the pieces you want to look at? We have team resources and support. I just talked about that. We also have a Telegram page that you could ask questions instantly. The company has Facebook groups. Like, we have so much support. It's amazing. There's weekly support every Wednesday night. We have corporate does a YouTube live. So there's weekly support from corporate there. We have getting started training to support you along the way. We have 2 events every year. We have a virtual event in March, and then we have an in-person event in September. Like I mentioned, we have Solex University. We have mentoring and leadership training. So you could decide, I want to be a PC, which is a preferred customer, or do I want to be a QLA? And there's product packages. So when you first get started, you have an opportunity to buy additional products or bundles at a savings. So you can just get the AO Scan software subscription by itself. That would be good. Better would be using some of the business tools, like, we have the color therapy glasses and we have different headphones. We have different products that will support your use with the software. You do not need them, and they're at a discount in the beginning. And maybe you want to have take on the software as well as that high frequency food sounds pretty good, which it is. So you might want to do that too. So there's some product packages that can help get you started, and they vary in price. So I don't put the price up there. Let me talk to you about the compensation plan for a minute. We have different ways we get paid. There's the liftoff bonus. So when you first enroll, your person who enrolls you will get 65% of points from your order. So that means that you get the software and or any other products that go with that. So that's our liftoff bonus. So when you get someone started, you get paid extra to get someone started. Then after the first order, every other order, you get a direct bonus of 45% of the points that from your order. Once you reach 3 QLA people that are direct to you, now you are considered a leader as a bronze rank. You get a one-time bonus for every rank you hit, as well as a monthly bonus. And then there are, it goes all the way from 3 people personally up to 100. Currently, our highest ranked leader in the company is a Sapphire. And she is actually my accountability partner. She's great. So we have access to, we're just very blessed. Our group is very blessed. We also have a bonus, accelerator bonus. And I think of that as profit sharing. So basically, whatever the revenues for the month are, after everything's paid out, then there's shares that are divided up that you get for your group that you're managing, your team. And so we get paid on all of our QLAs in our organization. And then there's the retail bonus. There's people that look at our what we have, and they just want one of our Infinity products. Maybe they just want that PEMF mat, and they'll pay retail price. So you're going to get the difference between the retail and the wholesale, as well as the volume of points. So that's a really healthy paycheck for that too. So we have upcoming team Zoom events. So upcoming next is, we have a Q&A. I didn't put the April Q&A on. That's next Tuesday. Then we also, in the month of May, we have a spotlight interview with Troy Shelton for the month of May. We also Wendy does a science and history of frequency wellness presentation. Then we do this presentation every single month as well. We also have monthly business building Zooms. So I'll help you build your business. We have an archive with all of these training videos as well that we've been doing. And then we do a monthly Q&A. And I'm going to tell you what, our Q&A Zoom that we have is one of our best, I think. Let me double check. I think our Q&A is not next Tuesday. It's the following on the 29th at 7:30. All of our Zoom calls are at 7:30 Central Standard Time. So I want to be the first to welcome. Thank you for listening to our presentation, and be the first to welcome you to the team. So
good job, Connie. That was awesome.